All right. So I wanted to start this off with a fun one. So a little bit of backstory. I moved into this apartment, and maybe it was just me being somewhere. I mean, see, the reason why I don't think that this is it is because I lived alone in an apartment in Philly, and I didn't get this vibe, right? But when I moved into this apartment, there was a little bit of a weird vibe, and so I was like, okay. I've usually when I'm doing my stuff, it's fine. But when I'm going to bed, that's when I started getting like a weird vibe, and so, not good. And I don't know if that's there's potential subconscious factors as to why this was the case. And then I started thinking about that in my mind and made it more real. But eventually I started getting, episodes of sleep paralysis, right? And so I was like, well, I don't like this, and because when you get sleep paralysis, you feel like, you're being held down and there's something watching you, but you can't, you don't see anything's there necessarily, but you just feel like there is something there. And there's multiple potential explanations for why this happens, right? But regardless of why it was, I came to the conclusion that I didn't feel safe, and so I needed a way to counteract that and tell myself that, I am safe and it's okay. I'm alone in my apartment, and, I guess a part of me was like, that's scary. Even though, like I said, I have been alone in my apartment before and didn't have an issue. So I don't know if that's it, but when I moved into this apartment, it was. So, yeah. And so when I moved in here, I was like, listen, bro, let's be friends. Don't know if... I think we've come to a mutual agreement. But... so I needed a teddy bear to make me feel safe, right? And so these are my teddy bears here. So I've got this one, and then I've got my two wands here, and I've slowly just added them up over time. Initially, I started with just this one, right? You go with the big guns, right? So, I got this because it wasn't that I was afraid that someone's gonna sneak into my apartment and attack me. That was not my fear at all. I had no fear of that. It was just whatever this. I didn't want to have this sleep paralysis anymore. So my counteract for that was to give myself a teddy bear, and this was the teddy bear that I gave myself. And so you may say that you're ridiculous for wanting to have this, but I put this on my bed, because I just put it in the corner, it's out of the way, but within range. So it's it was always right there. Initially I had it on the side of my bed, but then I think I just put it in the corner of my bed, and then I would fall asleep, and I would know that it's right there, and things were good, right? So things after that, no issues, right? And so I was like, yeah, it worked, because I made this staff, and I love this staff, and it makes me feel like I'm a wizard, and I think that's cool. And so this is my logic here, all right? So if I'm getting attacked in my dreams by these potentially fictitious things, right, then if they are real, then my magic is real as well, and therefore when they attack me, I'm packing heat. So yeah, I kick their butt real easy, no problem. Do I actually technically need this? No. But I mean, if you could choose between fighting it out with your fists or using a magical staff, which one are you gonna choose? I mean, let's be real. Anyway, so the thing is that what's weird about these experiences for me is that I have, like I said, I haven't really had them recently, but when I did have them, I would almost because you're stuck in this paralysis, but I would try and fight out of it, right? Because my body was basically paralyzed in fear, but my mind was screw you, I'm gonna beat you up, right? So I was trying to fight out of these things until I finally would break out of them, and then after that, it's whatever, and then I'm awake, but then I have to I just go back to sleep, because at that point it's I'm not gonna stay up. Like, I'm just like, all right, we won. Good night. And so technically I did that before before I started sleeping with this nearby. But, you know, I was like, you know what? I don't need to be woken up and having this experience all the time. So I'm going to get one of these to, keep, just in case for emergencies, right? And then I finished making this one, and so I brought that because this is like smaller. It's a little easier. Like, you imagine like which one are you gonna go to first, it depends on range, right? And actually, it's funny. This is my go-to, so I can kind of like grab this one. It's a little bit better to cuddle. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually cuddle with it. Well, maybe sometimes. But it's in my bed, and I don't know, I can like grab it easier. I feel like it's a quick draw item here, so it works out. Sometimes when I finish these, then I also added those to the arsenal. So sometimes I'll grab one of these as well because they're also smaller. But my go-to is this one. I think it's cool. It's like a little short sword. So this is my go-to, and so last night, I had my trusty handy dandy short sword with me, right? And I went to bed, and this experience is really weird because, like, I had a couple dreams for sure last night, but I don't remember any of them. But I do remember this because it was impactful to me because I was like, whoa. Because what happened was I was in a dream and I remember feeling like, what's going on here? Something's off. Like I felt like I started getting like a very negative like focus. I'm like, something's not right. Like I feel like I'm getting attacked right now. And so I kind of wake up and I get out my short sword, and I'm getting chills talking about this. And I get out my short sword, and I go, whoa! And as I swing, right, I'm starting to get like the sleep paralysis, and it almost feels like I'm getting slow, like I'm hitting resistance, like going through, right? And then I did that, and I'm like, yeah. Like dream me is something else because I do that, and then I get out of bed. And I start kicking him. I'm like, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Like, don't be messing with me in my sleep. And I was kicking him. But like I saw that there was nothing there. Right? Even in the dream, like this actually, fun fact, all of this happened in a dream. How do I know it all happened in a dream? Because there was just no way that I actually picked this up, and eventually I do. So like this whole experience that happens, like, it was all in the dream, but it felt so real, like so vivid. And so like I saw nothing there. Like there was nothing there, but I just felt like something was there. And when I swung, like I definitely felt like I hit something, right? And so I'm like kicking, and when I was kicking, I didn't feel like I was kicking anything, but it just felt right to do, I guess. So I was kicking it. I was like, I don't think I said anything, but I was thinking like, yeah, take that, like trying to mess with me, boy, who do you think I am? And so I was kicking him, and and then I was like, you know what? No, that's not enough. So I walked back to my bed. I grabbed this. I picked this up. I walk over. I have like a chair in my bedroom. I got on that, and this is why I also think it was not a dream, because if I got on my chair, I probably would have hit the ceiling, but I didn't with the staff. So there's also a good reason why this was a dream, but all in the dream. But like I literally, got up on my chair and I like slammed my like staff down, and I was like, poof, and then I started kicking him a little bit more, and then I was like, all right, that's that, and I went back to bed. Like I got back into my bed, and I went to sleep again. But like that experience was crazy because I've always like that's how I imagine this plays out. Like I imagine that, my experiences didn't actually stop. It's just that in my dreams, this plays out, and I just have never been aware of it until now. So I imagine that this is not my first fight that I've had, but that's the first one I remember. And it was so crazy because I was like, no way, I actually do beat the demons up. Or whatever it is, right? I don't know. But like, I'm like, because I always thought like, it's right by my side so that I can, you know, grab it and bring it. It's not that I don't put this in my bed so I can use it in the physical reality. It's so I can carry it into like the dream space. So like I can bring it into my dreams because it's right there. And I actually did. And I thought that was so cool. Oh man, it was awesome. Yeah. So I had to talk about it because I still remember it. And so like I haven't remembered a lot of my dreams recently, and the fact that that actually happened, I'm just excited about it. You know, yeah, I mean, there's pluses and minuses to it, right? Because I'm like excited because I actually like I got to actually use my weapons, right? My arsenal. But the thing is that like that means that like there's something potentially attacking me. So I don't know. It's plus and minus because it's like, yes, I got to use my weapons, but it's like I'm getting, you know, I don't know. I don't even know. All right. I don't know. But I thought it was cool. All right. So at the very least, I had a dream where I actually got to use my weapons for my dreams. But all the dream was me waking up from my dream, still in a dream, fighting like a demon in my apartment. Like it was a very one-sided fight. Like they got rocked. Oh, it's so funny. So funny. So, you know, if they bring back up, then if they bring back up next time, then I'll let you know. I may not remember the fight, but I just thought it was cool that I actually like had a dream where that played out. And if it happens again, then I'll keep talking about it maybe. Or if it's a common occurrence from now on, then maybe I won't, and I'll just, you know, bring it up here and there. I don't know. But I thought it was cool. And I wanted to share that I actually got to use my teddy bear in the dream space. So yeah, peace out.